Hey friends, this is Dolynny TV. Good evening and welcome back to another Edmonton Oilers broadcast here tonight. As following the Christmas break, we're 2-0 when we wear the team's colors. We're streaming that night, so we're going to be rocking the Edmonton Oilers jersey. See if we can't start some weird BioSteel streak like we had last season. Friends, we are officially, I guess you could say, post-Christmas, almost into 2023, the back half of the season, even though we got 50 plus games to go tonight, game 51 of 51 remaining. So we are about to get this season back underway. Obviously 3 days off for Christmas, very productive couple of days off hopefully for the Oilers. Hopefully they put, like I said, the Christmas wishes to good use and asked for some wins from Santa. I had a pretty good little chuckle with myself there in the Oilers comments section on their YouTube channel the other day. Simply saying, you know, we've gifted some teams some wins this year. Hopefully we get some wins gifted to us this year in this 2024 calendar part of the year. So friends, good evening. Welcome aboard. If you are tuning in from the World Juniors coverage, I'm excited for you to see this whole Oilers shebang. But right now, friends, I imagine most of you regular channel viewers as we get back underway with regularly scheduled content here on the channel today. As almost into 2024, my friends. Good catch, Peter. I was just about to get to the chat, actually. James, it is almost time to start winning this game. Well, tonight should be kind of similar to what Canada did against Latvia the other day. Should be one of those kind of games for us against San Jose. This should be the game we should have had before we went 2-9-1 following the loss against the San Jose Sharks, and I really do not want to have to post Edmonton Oilers fold the franchise 2.0 tonight. As you know, the Oilers, that was kind of what spurred that video, and it wasn't necessarily exactly a full-on truthful fold the franchise. It was more mocking them for losing to San Jose, but goodness sakes, we better not lose to San Jose twice in one season, let me tell you that. Peter, my day was pretty alright. I mean, a long, slow day at work, of course, as always during the Christmas holidays, right? Especially right now in Alberta, we've got record-breaking heat wave, Chinook, whatever you want to say. So it's kind of tough for those service calls that, well, when you're in the heating industry, you kind of depend on during the Christmas season. So that's where we're at right now, friends. Instead, we're going to depend on the Oilers getting a big old victory here against the San Jose Sharks. Magnus Krona gets the start for the San Jose Sharks. You're over under on how many times I messed that up. Give that your own number there, because that's going to be interesting to see how many times that name just fries my brain tonight. But friends, we are almost ready to get underway tonight. Obviously, it's 8:14. We'll have about a 15, 16, 17, 18-minute pregame show here this afternoon, this evening, whenever you're tuning in from, and we'll get underway after that. So the Oilers and the Sharks, it's going to be important. Of course, friends, housekeeping notes. I've been terrible at this during the World Juniors. If you're new to the live streams, if you're returning to the live streams, what I always ask, or try to make sure I ask, is to hit that like button here early and often. The plan is tonight to go one period. Obviously, it is an 8:30 start. I do have to be up and at 'em at work tomorrow. It's a half day in lieu of New Year's Eve. So that means starting at 7. It's kind of funny. We do our half days as 5-hour days instead of 4-hour days, but we will be working 7 to 12 tomorrow, and then on the clock after that, after hours. So yeah, that'll be basically the plan for tomorrow. But as that accounts for, I have to be up by about 5:30 to get in gear for 7 in the morning. So keep in mind, we're going to be shutting off the stream shortly after the first period tonight is the plan anyway. Peter, Ethan Bear signed with the Washington Capitals. That was big news today. I think it broke yesterday, the official number and all the details, but he officially signed with the Washington Capitals, had off-season shoulder surgery after playing with Team Canada at the Worlds earlier this year. Obviously, big ad for the Washington Capitals, who I think are down and out this season comparatively to normal. If Ethan Bear is the reason Alex Ovechkin turns his season around, I think all Oilers fans will be eating crow about how much they were sitting here slamming him for poor performance over the course of his tenure with the Edmonton Oilers. Again, I don't know how much Ethan Bear has to give right out of the gate with the Washington Capitals, but wish him nothing but the best, and hopefully see the former Edmonton Oilers blue liner lighted up in the Eastern Conference. That's always a much better thing, right? When Justin Schultz was lighting things up with the Pittsburgh Penguins, that was so much better than when he was playing with the Seattle Kraken. So, all right. Kevin, good evening to you as well, and talk about the Spangler. I really don't know what's going on with the Spangler Cup. Again, watching the World Juniors kind of makes it tough to be able to cover anything Spangler Cup. And I know Canada, I think, played HC Davos today, but Davos won, so that'll tell you all you need to know right there from as far as I know. And yeah, that's where we're at. Ace, good morning to you. Good morning. See, this is where I'm all screwed up from the World Juniors. They've been taking place in the morning. Good evening to you, Ace. And Michael, good evening as well, as we are set to get this one underway in about 15-20 minutes time, friends. Live from San Jose today. That'll be the exciting part, is the Oilers are on the road for an 8:30 p.m. puck drop, which will probably be more 8:40-ish puck drop by the time anthems are done. So painful start to the evening, but we'll be fine. We'll move through and we'll be okay with it, I'm sure, because it shouldn't be too much longer until we get to Oilers hockey. And again, we can wait as long as we have to, because at the end of the day, we've waited all Christmas to get back to Edmonton Oilers coverage. So yeah, no, it's going to be a good start to the day, friends, obviously, for some of our friends that work the night shift. I know some of us here in the Dolynny TV chat, tuning in live from camp or live from the work truck up in the Fort McMurray, Cold Lake, Grand Prairie areas of Alberta, and I know some in the central part of the northern part of the province as well. And of course, night shift isn't exclusively a thing for our friends in the oil field, but that tends to be where I know night shift comes in back in where I'm from. So for those of you working across Canada, across the world right now, as you wait to hear the play-by-play of the Oilers game tonight live from me, you know what? Hey, thanks for working these crazy hours. Trust me, it's not easy to work after 8 o'clock or after even 5 o'clock. I don't like to do that much myself, but I have had to work a couple of shifts after 8 o'clock myself at a furniture store back in the day, and that can be a little painstaking when you're just sitting there kind of waiting for the next client to come through the doors. So for those of you doing that kind of stuff tonight, hats off to you. But friends, as we go along here on vacation for once, I finally get to watch the game. Justin, that is fantastic to hear. See, that's the other side too. There should be a lot of people on vacation from work this evening in this what you would call shoulder week between Christmas and New Year's, and yeah, it's going to be tough for a lot of people to get back to work on Tuesday this year up here in Canada. That much is for sure. So friends, as we go along, Peter, our old friend Nikolai Habibulin signed a one-year deal in the KHL. Yeah, I think he was the team's goalie coach and is signed on as the goalie for the rest of the year. That would be, again, par for the course over right now in the KHL. I'm sure some crazy lineup things happening over there. Michael, what's the lineup? As far as we know, all 12 healthy forwards are in. That would mean Ernie, Hamblin, Brown on the fourth line, sorry. Then you would have on the third line Yanmar, Kane, and of course Derek Ryan. Second line would be McLeod, Draisaitl, Fogle. And then up on the top line, you would have McDavid, Nugent-Hopkins, and of course, Zach Hyman. So that's where we're kind of looking here, friends. We're trying to get that top line to stay together. And secondarily, we're trying to get more out of Ryan McLeod, which we have been as of lately. So we'll see if that works out here for the Edmonton Oilers. And of course, Ryan McLeod, Leon Draisaitl, and Warren Fogle, who have been pretty good over the past 4 periods of hockey for the Edmonton Oilers. So we'll see if that continues to be the trend. But yes, Connor Brown is back in the lineup. The only thing I would be curious to see, which I have not seen any indication of over on the social medias today, doesn't look to be much of anything here in terms of the Oilers possibly dressing Ben Gleason, as I had kind of speculated would be possible maybe tonight against San Jose, or tomorrow, or sorry, New Year's Eve. My days are all messed up. See, I'm talking about working nights and stuff. My days are all messed up after starting some early mornings. But Anaheim is the other game on New Year's Eve that you could possibly see Ben Gleason make a spot in the lineup this road trip. Eddie, working nights, well, hats off to you. Thank you for doing such. And Robin, good day to you as well. Go Oilers. Yes, that's going to be the theme for today. I don't have the Team Canada jersey down here today. I kind of took it off after, kind of threw it off after the hockey game yesterday, and it's up in the bedroom, hanging out in the to be cleaned pile. I just usually throw it in the dryer for a few minutes with the old heat on low and a little bounce sheet, and away you go kind of deal. So give me a sec here. The text messages, as you friends know, the text messages love to come in fast and furious once I hit that live stream button. And of course, as James is saying as well, Magnus Corona is the starter for San Jose tonight. He's making his first NHL start, so that's a tough go for us based on the fact that you know how we like to get goalied by no-names. Well, that's exactly what San Jose is going to try and do to us tonight, and we'll see if that ends up being the case here tonight. Peter, how long is Gagne out? Until at least January 2nd. He will not dress on the road trip. That was the update last night from Chris Knobloch, so we'll see if Gagne can return by the 2nd or if he returns to the lineup same day as one Dylan Holloway. So we'll see what happens here, but right now for the Oilers, you just got to play the 12 healthy forwards and hopefully roll some consistency in the lines. And now that you've formed a new second line, get some production from those guys on that second line. They've been awesome here lately, and I mean, end of the day, if all it's going to take is moving McLeod to the top 6 and putting him on the wing to get some production out of him. He's a speedy, great guy, and I don't see why he couldn't be a good top 6 winger for the Oilers, similar to what you've done with Nugent Hopkins over the past few years. And then realistically, you just go out and get that third line center at the trade deadline. I think James Hamblin and Derek Ryan are a good enough platoon on the fourth line when it comes time to shorten the bench in the playoffs anyways, that you can probably get their 3 or 4 minutes a night in the playoffs. That'll be good enough steady Eddie playoff hockey to win you games. And you go pick somebody up like a Nick Bukestad in a more expanded role on that fourth line, or you go pick somebody else up in that third line role. Guess what? It's going to be a pretty productive playoffs if that's the case. And as of course, number one, the Oilers have to take care of business and get there. But again, we'll find out what happens here in a matter of a few months, I guess, right? I mean, realistically, it's January, February, March, mid-April. So you got 3.5 months now to get into the playoffs, and the Oilers have to figure that out rather quickly. And tonight, a game against San Jose is one of those get right, get going games. I mean, we're right now. We've won against New Jersey, won against the Rangers, but trust me, you put up a 7-1, 8-1 dummy into the San Jose Sharks. Woo-hoo-hoo. Fans will be right back in the stands cheering and shouting for their Edmonton Oilers like never before this season. As we go, friends, this evening, do I think that Evander Kane is playing good hockey this season? I think Evander Kane is doing exactly what Evander Kane does, and that is be streaky and play very streaky hockey. He has good moments, he has bad moments, he has good stretches, bad stretches, but as well, Evander Kane's a guy who plays a very physical style of hockey, and that sometimes bangs him up, and he tries to play through it. That's what's been happening the past few weeks. As we've seen over the past 2 games, looks like he's back to his usual old self, so we should be fine and dandy for him to go out there and just kind of go on another good stretch here for the next little bit. So, awesome. Let's see here. Yeah, for the people texting me that know what that is about, I'm going to absolutely be lit up on New Year's Eve if that indeed ends up being the plan. I won't spoil that too much. Again, we'll stay tuned to see what happens here with the Oilers, but yeah, that one might be a little bit of a stretch right now, but again, the Oilers, you never know when they try to do something fun there. And Rick, you're coming in pointing out exactly what I'm laughing about. Thinking that Rodrigue might be playing in Cali. There is, of course, the possibility that the Oilers make a move to the farm team for a game, at least 1 or 2 here in California. And I think the only game left now on the calendar, since you're going into this game against San Jose without making changes, is Anaheim on New Year's Eve. So stay tuned. Obviously nothing confirmed, nothing that I know directly, but right now for the Oilers, it would make a heck of a lot of sense to get Ollie Rodrigue some time against the Anaheim Ducks in that game on New Year's Eve. You know how much we like our young guys coming up on New Year's Eve and having a starlight show. You think back to Kyler Yamamoto, December 31st, 2019. That was a fun game against the Rangers. Oh, by the way, what else happened that game? Just started Drymoto Hopkins' absolute domination down the stretch. So hopefully for this one for the Oilers, it's a little bit of a column A, column B, a good chance to get a rookie in the lineup, and maybe column B start something good here for the team down the stretch. Friends, as we keep going along here as well, Liz didn't stay on top of the standings over the holidays. I just saw the Oilers placement today. Hopefully we get some better defense tonight. It's not even better defense at this point for the Oilers. It's just, I don't care what it takes to win. You just go out there and win. And I guess right to exactly what I'm speaking to now, Jay's point as well in the chat here. Friends, it is just you can't lose anymore. So I don't care if you win 5-4 or you win 7-6 or you win 9-2 or whatever the case might be. You just go out there and you just win however it costs you to do it. I mean, don't get injured doing it, but if you have to win giving up goals, do it. I mean, end of the day, if you average 4 goals against per game and get into the playoffs somehow, that's, hey, they're good on you, but then you still have playoff games to clamp down defensively. So just because you give up 4 goals a game in the regular season doesn't mean you're necessarily going to do that in the playoffs. Obviously, it doesn't look good, but again, playoffs is a whole different beast, and if the Oilers want to go out there and play loose, play fast, and get some wins that they probably shouldn't because they're just finding some victories that they shouldn't, I'm good with that. If you win, that's all that matters. So, Jay, to answer your question, right now for the Oilers, it is a can't-lose road trip. I don't think LA is a must-win or a can't-lose, but LA at bare minimum, you need to at least scrap a point. I mean, if this is a 5-point road trip for the Oilers, that changes the dynamics out here in the standings heftily. I mean, you catch up to where teams are at today, yesterday kind of deal at that 34, 35 game mark. And now the Oilers are all of a sudden maybe 3-4 points out of the playoffs instead of the 5 to 7 that they're sitting at right now with 3-4 games in hand. So we'll obviously see. Obviously, it's all fancy dancy talk, but right now, as I think for the Oilers, it would be huge to see them go out there and just do some really good things in terms of winning hockey games that they shouldn't, and then winning games that they should as well. So, right, we weren't supposed to win the game against the Rangers. They were supposed to beat us up. The Devils were too, according to everybody that's been down on the Oilers this season. So, end of the day, we won those two. Now you've got them, again, as I said to Jay, can't lose game against the San Jose Sharks. It doesn't matter if you win in a shootout, overtime, or regulation. This just, you can't lose 2 against the Sharks this year. Or if you go out there and lose 2-3 against the Sharks, you're going to be in a world of hurt this season. So hopefully for the Oilers, they find a way to get this job done. But I wonder now if it's going to be one of those question marks where we see the Oilers just dominate and go out there and beat up the opposition team. So I don't know. Again, who knows with this Oilers team? It's been a mixed bag at best all season long. We looked like we were going to beat the wheels off of San Jose in the first game we played them, and then we lost horrifically to them. So that was the episode where I went out there and said fold the franchise. That was me more or less just sitting here joking about losing to the San Jose Sharks in an angry fashion because it was an upsetting game. But, you know, go out there, just get this job done. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. Well, we should trade our bait for early to San Jose for their number 1. Again, I don't think Mackenzie Blackwood is that much of a hot commodity and that much of a problem solver for the Oilers if we haven't done it already. That's the only thing I would say there, is if he was a problem solver for the Oilers, he'd already be in an Oilers uniform, because the salary kind of works with Campbell going back the other way to San Jose. So just kind of how this all lines up, I don't know if he's going to end of the day be the target. I don't know if the Oilers are maybe hoping Rodrigue comes up, plays some good games for you, kind of gives you that next level above Cal Picard, and then maybe you go out there and acquire somebody that wasn't available today at the trade deadline, kind of like what we did with Matthias Ekholm last year, right? Ekholm wasn't available until 3 days before the deadline, and the Oilers a day before the deadline made the deal. So again, you kind of look at how that parses out, right? Is for the Oilers is maybe the path is not exactly how we think it's going to be, but you just never know. Friends as well, the live stream I'm watching has just geared up and over to the Oilers broadcast for the night. So let's go see here as we will go to this. Boom, 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 boom. Pretty much right there. So friends, we end the pregame show with 16 hours watched on the stream. So we like to see that as we are ready to get this going. Friends, and Scott, I'm sorry to disappoint you coming in late. I am only available to do the first period tonight. With this game going late this evening, starting at 8:30, obviously I got to fire up for a early morning at work tomorrow, a half day due to New Year's Eve, but at the same rate as well, I fire up for getting the post game done. So I'm going to sit back, take it easy, and try not burn myself out too much so as I don't screw up the sleep schedule tonight against the San Jose Sharks. So we are almost set for Oilers hockey here, friends. Gene Principe doing his commentary as we begin tonight's hockey game. It looks like he might have a shopping bag from Christmas, a little Boxing Day shopping, Gino, as he's getting us started. Of course, I can't listen to the audio because it reverberates into the microphone here on the desk, and that ends up costing us the old copyright claim. But there's Chris Knobloch walking around to the bench right now around the boards. There's Paul Coffey walking to the bench as well. 2-game win streak, outscored New York and New Jersey 8-2 in third periods on the road trip. So again, that bodes well for the Oilers. Maybe tonight you start the offensive machine in the first and second and try and go out there and win some hockey right out of the gate. So that would be fantastic for us if we could. Conundrum wine narrator, okay, sure. Didn't whine at all. McLeod last 2 games, 3 goals on 3 shots, 4 points. So Ryan McLeod is starting to put home some pretty important points for the Edmonton Oilers. Warren Foegele's been active again on that second line as well. So you think about the depth scoring on the Oilers. If McLeod and Foegele can get started and help out Leon Draisaitl on the second line, we're going to enjoy the heck out of that as well. So 51 games remaining on the season, 7 points out of wild card spot. Again, whose hope? His name is 51, or his number is 51, and well, going down by the day as the Oilers hopefully can find wins here in bunches. They got to win about 63% of their hockey games the rest of the way home. Again, you win 2 out of 3 in the next few weeks. You get that down to about 600, so you can win 3 out of every 5 down from February, say mid-February on. And then really just go out there and dummy what should be an easy back half of the schedule, comparatively speaking to what the first half has been. We've faced a lot of good teams, right? A lot of teams in playoff spots through the first 31 games of the year. And now we get a chance, right? We have Calgary 3 more times. We have San Jose, as of tonight, 3 more times. You have the Anaheim Ducks, I believe, twice more. You have so many teams, so many more times. And really the tough games at the end of the day left on the schedule are in our division. So you start talking about controlling your own destiny. It's not crazy. Friends, if the Oilers can have a 70% points share, to think that the Edmonton Oilers could finish this season with 100 points yet again, right? 70 points gets you to 101. If the Oilers can somehow do that, and I mean, we know what we go on and for streaks in the back half of the year, it's not unheard of. Just when you lose, you have to lose in overtime and a shootout. That's all it comes down to really masterfully get to that 70% situation. So, yeah, hopefully we're right there. So, friends, hopefully for the Oilers tonight, as Ace is saying, 12-0. We kind of saw that kind of score there for Canada over top of Latvia the other night. Again, friends, if you are tuning in from the World Junior streams, say against Finland or say against Latvia, and tonight is your first Oilers stream, welcome aboard. I forgot my water. I can feel it now. But welcome aboard. Glad to have you for an Oilers broadcast. I'm excited to bring you tonight's live stream action here on Dolynny TV. And friends, for those of you aboard for the first time, just before we get into action tonight, we're just going through the anthems. What I will say is if you haven't already hit that subscribe button and you have the ability to, or you're thinking about doing it, please consider doing it tonight. Closing in on 15,000 subscribers. It's going to be the exact same thing as last year where I get really close at the end of the year. I guess I should say we. This is a community collective effort, but we get really close around December 31st, and then by January 10th, boom, we're at that big number. That's what happened last year with 10,000, and that's what potentially could happen this year with 15,000. 750 remaining to go until New Year's Eve. So Rick, where were we at last year this time for points? I think we were around 36, 37. It's not like we're really all that different from last year overall. Just the team had found a way to win some games they shouldn't have, right? The games that, say, this year Jack Campbell and Stuart Skinner have cost us, throw in 2 or 3 or 4 more wins in those games because of the situation. Now, here's the thing. The Oilers aren't necessarily going for second in the division this year, so you don't have to win as many games as we went to win last year, right? We finished with 107 or 109 points or something like that last year. So you minus 8 points. If we finish at the 96 to 99 ratio, we're good to go there for the Edmonton Oilers this season. We've got the Canadian anthem going through on the stereos inside the Shark Tank right now, friends. So prediction for tonight's games. Literally, I'm going out there and calling an absolute spanking by the Edmonton Oilers of the San Jose Sharks. That's really all I can expect tonight. I don't want to be disappointed. I don't want to be angry. I don't want to be losing my marbles after another game against the San Jose Sharks. And I think the Sharks, again, have somehow, some way gotten a little bit worse overall, as they seem to have gotten hot there after beating us and now are sliding down the standings again. So it'll be interesting to see here how much of a challenge they can actually present us this evening. Again, I'm not calling a shutout by any means. Ace, that's fair. But we're going to go out there and say that the Oilers are going to win this one by multiple goals at the minimum. And more than 2 might be the number as well. At 15,000, I hear Tyson will be giving away all his jerseys. Peter, you're hammering for the giveaways. Hammering me here. Friends, if I were to give away all these jerseys, let me tell you, I'd have to have something really good to donate them to, because these all kind of tell the story of how the channel's evolved over the years. I'm pretty partial to them all. Obviously, that Yes Puljujärvi jersey that you see there, that Navy alternate, that one's been with me just over a year now. Bought that one as, there's no way Puljujärvi gets traded. This is the year. That didn't pan out. The Edmonton Heritage Classic jersey, that one was absolute fluke. I owe that one, thankfully, to great Edmonton Oilers team member, I guess you could say. And also Patrick from the Oilers Fanatic for securing the bag on that one. The Oilers Reverse Retro, that one ain't ever parting ways with me, neither of those two, because friends, 15 years from now, you ain't going to be able to find those jerseys, especially in the mint condition that they are in. That RMAA Renegades jersey, if I had the licensing to sell those jerseys, I would, because that's a pretty sharp little jersey. And then that Bakersfield Condors jersey, a good friend of mine sent that up my way when I was just starting on this YouTube journey. And you know what? I ain't parting with that, because that means the dang world to me, that jersey right there. So that Colorado Rockies jersey you see there, might part with that one day. Yep, that was a good little Christmas Christmas purchase that I really didn't need to buy in college. All right, Magnus Krona, first NHL start in his career tonight. 335 goals against average, 900 save percentage in his career so far in the AHL this season. Zach Hyman starts on the top line with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Connor McDavid. Hyman's got 15 goals in his last 18 games, on pace for 50 goals. Thank you, Toronto. All right, let's get to the face-off here. Zach Hyman chirping it up with Anthony Duclair. The face-off at center ice will be redone between Connor McDavid and number 64. I think that's Granlund for the San Jose Sharks. Granlund will win that back on the center ice draw. San Jose into possession, and they're going to chip this up off of the boards and into the Oilers zone. They'll pick up off a weird chip from the Oilers defense. This one is tipped down by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins onto the stick of Connor McDavid. We got the overhead view tonight, the weird Shark Tank camera. Hate that dang thing, but we'll battle through. This one comes back to the blue line. D to D over to Bouchard. Bouchard down low. Picked up now by McDavid. Spinning, firing shot blocked. Bouchard regains in the middle of the ice. He'll go far side. There's McDavid looking to make a pass. Comes back near side over to Zach Hyman. Bouchard now over to Ekholm, and picked up by McDavid in the far side corner. McDavid back to the front. There's Ekholm shoveling down. Shot to the side of the net. Krona doesn't know where the puck is. It goes in behind. And of course, it's Zach Hyman on the retrieval. Bouchard fakes the one-timer. And there it is. The shot blasted through, and the Oilers all over the San Jose Sharks with the top line right out of the gate. Here's Hyman on the spell off over to Ryan McLeod. The shot first, scores! Who else But Ryan McLeod right out of the gate to start the hockey game. The Oilers up 1-0 on top of the San Jose Sharks. And you have got to love that. The Oilers come to play in the first minute. That was as dominant of a first minute getting a goal to end it as the Oilers have had all season, as it should be against the San Jose Sharks. Ryan McLeod comes off the bench, wires home his fourth shot. By the way, that's his fourth straight goal on shots. Ryan McLeod is on a heater right now the past 3 games. And what a pass to set him up. He goes glove hand side on Corona. And the Oilers find the back of the net on, I think, shot number 4 of the game. Ryan McLeod up 1-0 there for the Oilers, and now he's buzzing around out there. The Oilers are going to get back into the defensive zone off the center ice draw. Backhanded over to Nurse from Draisaitl. Nurse will rim around the boards. Get back up to Foegele. Near side pass now to Nurse, and he will go back up the boards. And this one goes back into San Jose's possession as it bobbled away from the Oilers in front of their own bench. San Jose tips a pass in right onto Skinner, who will bat it over near side corner in the Oilers zone, and Nurse up the boards to McLeod. Far side pass over to Foegele. He's onside with Draisaitl. Draisaitl throws interference, doesn't get called. Everybody stops a brief moment. Can't believe they didn't. Here's Ceci, a point block shot. As that one went from the point blocked in front, bounced right back onto an Oilers tape. This one rolling around near side or near the benches there in front of the San Jose side. They couldn't get that one going, and this will come on back down low to Darnell Nurse in the Oilers zone. 18:04 to go here in this first period of play. San Jose's icing William Eklund, Thomas Hertl, and Philip Zadino out there. Here's Evander Kane getting down low in the Oilers zone. Offensive zone, that is, as they are rolling around now the third line. Here's Darnay playing it back onto the tape of Kane. The shot fired, wired right into the middle of Corona. And we will have a stoppage and play in a face-off inside the San Jose zone to the left of Magnus Corona, who has given up the first goal of the game here. And Warren Foegele, beautiful hit here by Leon Draisaitl, who just absolutely leveled a man. Kind of, they both, Zadina saw him coming, but Leon Draisaitl didn't drop the arm and kind of leveled him to the side of the head with it. Again, is it a dirty play? I wouldn't exactly say, but here we go. This one coming back on the improper drop, so it'll be Matthias Janmark coming in to take the face-off for the Oilers, as we will have the face-off redone here inside the Sharks zone on the far side. The shot's 4-1 for the Oilers over top of the Sharks here, just 2.5 minutes in to this first period of play. The Sharks fire it back into possession. They have really had zilch zone time here in the Oilers' end so far. The Oilers now ice the puck, and we'll have a face-off with 17:35 to go here in this first period of play, as that has been a fantastic start to the hockey game so far for the Oilers. You love to see it here. Chris Knobloch on the bench here. 12-6-0 record as Edmonton Oilers head coach. He would love to go 13-6-0 tonight and avenge his predecessor's loss to the San Jose Sharks. That made us 2-9-1. The Sharks now with possession in their own zone. The Oilers had battled the face-off back out. Darnay fires it back down low into the Sharks' end. Janmark crashing and banging along the wall. Here's Kane coming in support. Battled out to the blue line. That's going to be battled a couple of times and batted back down into the Sharks' end a little deeper. They'll pick up, chip in behind Stuart Skinner. Darnay ankles his man off with his big frame. Shot to the middle by the Sharks. Goes off of a skate, and Connor Brown's able to pick it up. He'll drag around the San Jose Sharks defender. This would be the game that Connor Brown gets the goal. A Sharks defender had blown a tire at their own blue line, but that is not going to bite the San Jose Sharks as the puck went out of play, and we have a stoppage just a few more minutes into this first period of play. Like I said, I forgot my water bottle, and that is killing me here early. Jack, good evening. Welcome to the Stream Purple as well. Welcome in. And here we go. Last 14 games in California for the Edmonton Oilers, 11-2-0. 4.0 goals for per game and a 1.9 goals against. What you got to remember here for the Edmonton Oilers over the past little bit, you look back to last year, the games that changed the Oilers season last year were the games in California where they absolutely came alive. They started that 6-game, I believe, win streak in January, February, where Jack Campbell was absolutely lights out. And I would not be surprised to see here a 3-game win streak change the course of the Oilers season yet again, as it's been a fantastic little time the past few years going into California, so wouldn't be surprised to see them go on an absolute heater here in this one. So 16:22 to go in the first period. It's obviously slowed down a little bit. Another offside is the San Jose Sharks blue line. David Quinn, 127, 154, and 44 record in 5 seasons as an NHL head coach. He was with the Rangers previously. San Jose wins the face-off. They're going to see it cut off by the Oilers at the blue line. That one's going to be kind of left there into the hands, the capable hands, that is, of Zach Hyman, who gets it back to Matthias Ekholm, back over to Bouchard. Now he'll start ahead with Ekholm, now near side to Nugent Hopkins. Man, the Oilers are whipping the puck around. The top line has come to play today. Bouchard back down low to McDavid. McDavid spins off the defender. He's got him spun around one more time. McDavid through traffic continues to hold the puck in possession. Then Matthias Ekholm drags a man down. That springs a man for San Jose, but that's an epitome of their season. Good looking shooting percentage chance right there. Flipped up on the puck. McDavid has his pocket stretched. Now this one's going to come back the other way, as this one's going to bobble in front, near side. The Oilers clear to the boards. San Jose continues to roll around the boards, and this will just be a nice little play, near side pass, and the Oilers are out of the zone just like that. Nugent Hopkins soft dump into the San Jose end will get that dangerous second line back over the boards. They have been absolutely on fire the past 5 periods now against New Jersey, New York, and of course now the San Jose Sharks. This one tipped back into possession. Here comes Darnell Nurse and Ryan McLeod. Nurse with the puck on the pass from McLeod. Nurse will bat this one over to Draisaitl. Draisaitl back to the point. Here comes Ceci. Ceci will roll over near side. Shot comes in from the far side. Oilers continue possession here. Darnell Nurse goes over to the far side, picked up now on the wing by Draisaitl. Back to Nurse, near side. Ceci loads up the shot, just misses wide, and the puck will escape the zone down into the Oilers' end. Stuart Skinner out to play this puck, and this one will be picked up again by Nurse after the pass from Skinner. So this one coming down low again into the Sharks zone on a tip. The Oilers doing a good job here. So far, so good, battling the San Jose Sharks and making sure they maintain pressure all throughout every single line. As here comes Kane coming in on the rim. That one will escape the zone. Derek Ryan picks up at his own blue line. 14:15 to go here in this first period of play. 5-2 for the Oilers in terms of the shot department. Past the near side blue line, cut off there by the Sharks. They'll fire back in. Here comes Skinner out to play it again, and that's been the big key. I think the Oilers are a much better team when Stuart Skinner disrupts the puck down low in the zone. As the Sharks get a dangerous turnover, the Oilers just pretty much scramble them out of the middle of the ice, and now all of a sudden a strip turnover, and here comes Derek Ryan. This one's going to flip off a body. Weird angle, kind of shows a weird hop, and now Matthias Ekholm comes back to play this one to the near side blue line, and it'll be fired back down, and the face-off will come inside the Oilers zone. So tough go so far for the Oilers, as they started hot, and now they've kind of lost the offensive juices just a little bit. But for the Oilers, you'd like to see another top-line shift here and maybe a possible Connor McDavid goal. But that was a solid first minute of hockey for sure. And it's been fantastic to watch the Oilers actually come out of the Christmas break and want to go out there and win a hockey game. That much is for sure. Friends, if you're just tuning in for the first time or you're a returning viewer and you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, I am going to pitch you again on it, just simply because I want you to do that. I want to see this whole thing we've got going here hit 15,000 subscribers. That would be dang special, whether it be before the end of the year or sometime here just shortly into the new year. We're about 750 away, so on the current pace here so far, how this season's treated us, it's about a month away at this point. So we'll see what that shakes out to be for us here tonight. So friends, again though, if you are just tuning in, welcome aboard. Thanks for being aboard for the ride here today. I want to say, as we go to load up the watch time, I haven't checked that in a few minutes time here, but as we go again on checking that, how about that? We're up over 45 hours. I will only be live streaming the first period of the play-by-play tonight. It is an 8:30 game. I got to be up and at work for 7 o'clock tomorrow, so kind of a tough assignment to start what will be the New Year's time, but that's where we'll find ourselves. You know what? We'll battle through. Plenty of Oilers season left, and all we really need to care about is being sharp for the playoffs. Luke, good evening to you. I missed you earlier, but good evening to you, and thank you for the vote of confidence as well. As they've got all the Oilers gear coming off of the truck this morning. There's Chris Knobloch even moving some bags for the Edmonton Oilers. You like to see that team collective effort. Coach man getting in there, doing some hard work. All right, here we go. Ryan McLeod so far doing the hard work for the Oilers. Just to give you an idea of who got the assists on that goal as well. It's Ryan McLeod 6 from Hyman and, of course, Evan Bouchard. As the Oilers continue to roll around the offensive zone here, they're going to get the turnover. Hamlin and the fourth line get the assignment out of the commercial break. This one's going to be chipped back down low into the Oilers zone by the Sharks on the clearing attempt there out of their own end. This one will battle to the near side corner. Of course, Sharks rolling around here with a bunch of nobodies, I guess you could say, for a team, and they are going to find, I thought, the back of the net. I think somebody's stick had tapped the twine, and this one's a transition play back the other way for the Oilers as Brown fires it over to Hamlin, and what a shooting location for Hamlin. He was looking to go all the distance and fire home his third goal of the season, but he couldn't quite do it from distance, and that one will be a face-off inside the Sharks zone for the top line. I would assume would be coming up over the ice right now. Mikey V, good evening to you, my friend. We're missing you today. Obviously, that's why I'm saucing you the call, trying to figure out what the New Year's plans are. But we'll get that figured. We won't worry about that too much. I am correct. It is the top line coming out there. Spencer, good evening to you as well. So happy New Year. We will hopefully have something out on that New Year's Eve stream this year. It'll probably be a late post-game edition of Dolynny TV on New Year's Eve as the Oilers get back to action here, and the Sharks doing a good job getting into the zone, and then that's about as far as they get. The Oilers tipping him out, and he comes back the other way, picking it up. Here's steam. Connor McDavid up the middle. He's flying. He's got the chance on net, and he just gets knocked off by a skate of the Sharks, and the Sharks are able to bounce it off glass and get out of the zone. Hyman throws the body into the forechecking ability with the puck and kind of gets the Oilers going back south, but able to load up and try to get going the other way. McDavid has not had the hands, at all to start this hockey game. I will tell you that much. He was dancing around on that first shift, but ever since then, it's kind of been painful to watch. And now maybe here's Connor McDavid. Nope, he just loses the handle again on a tippity-tap attempted pass. And the Sharks across the blue line here. They'll come back. Hurdles across the blue line. This one down low. Hurdle drives to the front of the net. Nice steal off by Ceci to keep him away from the inner workings of that blue paint. And this is going to come down low into the Sharks zone. A nice play by Fogle to win the battle. Played it in front of the net. Couldn't do it in the Sharks back the other way here as they will fire it down low into the Oilers zone. This one a weird camera cut, as that's about as ugly of a camera cut as I have seen in a long while on a Sportsnet broadcast. As for some reason we're following William Eklund now. And yeah, we're on the William Eklund isolation cam here as he's going to pick up this puck again and fire it down low into the Oilers zone. I don't know why we're on the William Eklund isolation cam, but that seems to be the play here right now. As not sure what's going on. Looks like he's going to go. Yeah, we finally figured that out. That was weird. 11:10 to go here in this first period of play. Draisaitl bats it back to the blue line. We're actually going to be able to call the hockey game because we're not watching one player for the Sharks. Here's Matthias Ekholm firing the shot. Save made by Corona, who now has 5 saves on 6 shots. Stoney, good evening. Welcome to ya. And the Oilers have 11:01 to play here in this first period of play. We're zipping along tonight. It's actually been a fast-moving first period, but I don't know what we were watching there, as that was a good work by Cody Ceci to give Tomas Hertl nothing to work with. He kind of stood his ground, put the stick in the lane, and made it impossible for him to tuck that stick in front. And then Fogle had his stick slashed, and then he was knocked down, and that kind of allowed the open lane for Ekholm, but Corona able to make the save there. And now you'll have Janmark, Kane, and, well, Derek Ryan come in and take the face-off here. Will Kane face-off down. He loses it back. The Oilers will see him go chasing after it, but the Sharks able to make a quick play to be able to battle right near to their side, and this will be worked back the other way now for Kane, as the Oilers made an astute play at their own blue line to somehow chip that back into the offensive territory. Nice play there by Janmark, who will continue to roll down below the goal line with Derek Ryan and I believe Vinny Desharnais. And Desharnais is caught, but Evander Kane comes flying in, throwing a big hit, and that was allowing Vinny Desharnais to recapture his position. Now here's Kulak in the Oilers' end, bouncing it off the end boards over to Vinny Desharnais, and it'll come now over to Janmark. Janmark will look to play this one up off the boards and into the Sharks zone. Derek Ryan sees it go just up over top of him, and this one comes back down low now to the near side. The Sharks regain possession. They'll fire into the Oilers zone, fire a shot towards the net. Nurse gets credited with an accidental block, you could say. And now here's Hyman working across the blue line. He's going to spin into the Sharks zone. The Sharks have clamped down defensively quite a bit more here since the Oilers' first 4-minute flurry. And across the line, the Sharks tried to go. And here's Connor McDavid with a man caught. It's 2-on-2 down low. The shot to the front of the net. Scores! Zach Hyman, the filthy little touch at the end, finds the back of the net. And the Oilers are up 2-0. What a beauty, as that was a huge goal right there. 2-0 with 9:45 to go in this first period. And the Oilers were starting to get slow. But what a poke there by Darnell Nurse. Sprung Connor McDavid. And I mean, he has not had the handle all night. But what a touch right there over to Zach Hyman. And Hyman with just a filthy little stick down deflection over the glove hand of Corona to put home the second goal of the game for the Oilers. They're on about a 12-goal pace tonight, Ace. I'm telling you, that much is for sure. And Lucy, welcome in. And we are ready to go. Homelander, welcome in as well. 9:38 to go here in this first period. The Oilers up 2-0 now. They'll ice the top or fourth line out there after having the top line score that goal. Zach Hyman's 20th goal this season, by the way. What a run he's on. McDavid's 33rd assist, and Darnell Nurse gets credit for his 6th. So that's beautiful for the Oilers as they start hot tonight. Here's Nurse near side. The shot drifted off the stick of Corona. Comes to the far side point. Matthias Ekholm backhands it down low. The Oilers will see it played there by the Sharks as they tried to feather it out of the zone. Now they gain possession and get out fully. And here comes Adam Ernie back in possession for the Oilers. D to Bouchard near side. Middle of the zone now. Ekholm as this one will drift over to Draisaitl. Draisaitl onto the tape of Fogle. He tries to spin around the defender. Can't do it. Maybe a win helped there by McLeod. Jam shot to the middle of the ice there by McLeod. Gets it back into possession for Ekholm. Bouchard rolling the blue line. He'll spin off the defender and work down low. Oilers are caught defensively, but no longer as Ekholm works back into possession. Here's Draisaitl working a beautiful catch there on the pass from Bouchard. Bouchard gets it back from the blue line from Draisaitl. Now this second line rolling around, getting some action going. Draisaitl far side boards back up to the point. Nobody's home, and it comes all the way back to Bouchard, who will pick up inside the Oilers' own zone here as they continue the dominant stretch there. That second line having a good couple of games here as Ryan McLeod has found his touch here over the past little bit. Ekholm gets a little snap on that puck to put it down onto Corona, and that will allow the Oilers a line change as Kane comes in with about his 3rd hit of the hockey game already. You gotta love that, man, if you've got him on your fantasy hockey team. As Desharnais picks this puck up off the dump in, the Sharks play it to the middle off the tip off of Desharnais' stick. They get another shooting opportunity, blocked again. Oilers clear right back onto the Sharks' stick. Point blast shot, save made by Skinner. His 3rd of the hockey game. 7:38 to go, and the Sharks all of a sudden have their best looking offensive stretch of the hockey game here inside the Oilers zone. Another hit there, that time from Desharnais, and this will free it up for Derek Ryan as this will be worked to the middle. And here comes Derek Ryan and Matthias Janmark. Ryan in the middle, shot, save made by Corona into the glove, and the Oilers will see their attempt there on the little mini rush, you could say, foiled there by the goaltender in Teal tonight. 2-0 with 7:20 to go in this first period. The Oilers coming alive. So far, so good in this one, friends. It's been a good job here for the Oilers so far. Gillis TV joining the chat as well now, so thank you and welcome aboard, buddy. Appreciate you being here. The Oilers definitely starting hotter than I even expected them to. I thought it would be kind of one of those games they crank up the ante period by period, right? Score 1 or 2 all first, score 2 or 3 in the second, and then 2 or 3 in the third, and you walk home with about a 7-2, 8-2 victory kind of deal. But looks like the Oilers might be in it to win it from the start tonight. So we'll see what happens here, as it's going to be interesting. That much is for sure. And Gillis TV, as I see in the chat, this is a good time to mention, friends, we're on commercial break here. For those of you in the chat tonight, I just want to pass along a special little thank you, and of course a special little we're thinking of you. A regular channel member here on the Dolynny TV live streams, Epiphany, obviously passed along a message that he couldn't be with us this evening, and I wanted to, of course, Gillis, to pass along to you as well that would be the case. But tonight, friends, I just want to say we're thinking of Epiphany, who's out of tonight's live stream for various reasons, and of course don't really want to mention too much, but we're rooting for you, bud, and of course thank you for the support as per always. So just wanted to pass that along. I knew I had to get that in at some point, and seeing Gillis TV come in here kind of made it a whole moment to do that. So friends, the Oilers up 2-0 over top of the San Jose Sharks tonight. Will be interesting to see if they can hold on to this one. Obviously Stuart Skinner got to spend Christmas with his baby boy for the first time here over the span. I believe it's baby boy, and I'm not very good with keeping up with what the Oilers have for kids. Kind of feels weird to see some of these Oilers players with kids already, but yeah, we are rocking it along here as we're getting some Stuart Skinner footage from his pregame routines. So hopefully now Stuart Skinner's locked in and ready to deliver us a good result here tonight. So here we go. Thank you, Rick. As the Oilers will get things started off this face-off in the offensive zone. The Sharks able to win this one here, and this one comes back down low over to Ceci. Ceci will go over to McDavid. Now Ceci back with possession, bounces it off the end wall to Nurse. Nurse goes over to Zach Hyman. Hyman back up the middle over to McDavid. The shot fired off the pad of Corona, and this one picked up now by McDavid to the near side. Nurse will fire the shot on net, deflected there last second by Nugent Hopkins. Would have been dangerous if it would have been able to make a little bit more of a way on net. 6:46 to go here in this first period, chipped around the blue line, or for the Sharks. They'll get possession, tipped on to Skinner, and this camera angle is absolutely wreaking havoc on my eyes, friends, but we are doing just fine and dandy here, friends, as the Oilers up 2-0 so far. Last 10 starts for Stuart Skinner, 8-2-0 record, 231 goals against average, and a .912 save percentage. He has allowed 2 goals or less 5 times in that 10-game stretch. 6:38 to go here in this first period, and the Oilers will get the face-off to the left to Stuart Skinner. Tomas Hertl on the ice against Leon Draisaitl, and that dominant second line here over the past 5 periods. As the Oilers bounce it off the boards here, Ryan McLeod will be the first man on the scene in behind the Sharks net. Although it kind of rolled away from him, the Sharks able to regain and get back to center. Pick the puck off the tape of Desharnais, pass to the middle, Stuart Skinner. What a save made by Skinner and the Oilers defense, bailing each other out. And I don't know if it was Skinner with the poke or the defense with the poke far side, but both Desharnais and Skinner were able to bail themselves out of a nasty situation in front of the crease. Here's Hertl across the blue line. The Sharks back middle, shot, save made, Skinner. And he's been bulletproof so far on the first 5 shots of the hockey game. This one lifted right onto the tape of Fogle. He's around the defender, gets spun. Here's what the Oilers haven't had yet, a power play. The shot loaded up over top of the net of Corona. And here's now Ekholm playing this one down low to Ernie. Ernie will roll around the boards. Comes to the high point. Bouchard keeps it in. Drifts down to Brown. Now Ekholm fires a shot. Tipped once, twice. Backhanded just wide by Adam Ernie on the pad of Corona. And here's now picking it up is Draisaitl. Now Adam Ernie will roll around down low. He's going to go back to the point for Ekholm. Kept in by Bouchard. Bouchard drifted that one all the way down to Ernie. Ernie back to the middle for Ekholm. It comes into a pile in front. Here's Connor Brown drifting it back to the blue line. He will go across to Bouchard. Bouchard's got time and space. Walks the line a little bit. Ekholm down low, up high. Bouchard, their shot. Scores! Evan Bouchard, 97 mile an hour on the slap shot, puts it home. And the Oilers are absolutely rolling. 3-0 over top of the Sharks with 5:05 to go here in this first period. And I am, friends, having such a good time. I'm foaming at the mouth here in a good way, to be honest with you. My goodness, the Oilers having a great time as Tomas Hertl was hauled down in front, but the save made by the Oilers defense nonetheless. And then this is just great puck movement by the fourth line, and Ekholm drags back to the middle and then fires back to the blue line. A bullet of a shot from Bouchard from the high point, and it goes right through. And that might have been Adam Ernie on the tip. I'm not sure. It looks like Evan Bouchard got that through cleanly, but Ernie's stick was in the lanes, so be interesting to see who gets credited with that one there tonight. But yeah, no, the San Jose Sharks doing us some favors, right? We've been gifted some wins this season, maybe, but tonight we need a win gifted to us heavily. And how about that? Connor Brown picks up his second point of the season, now officially on pace for about a 5-point year. Come on, Browner, heat up, buddy. That's good to see for sure for the Edmonton Oilers. So this one comes down low, and Stuart Skinner will pass this over to Cody Ceci, and the Oilers will just try and roll around the zone and get out rather quickly, as this will be Matthias Janmark over to Nurse, and this comes back down low, pass to, I guess you could say Janmark. It was a weird hop, but the Oilers unable to do much with it right there, and this one will come near side again as Darnell Nurse tries to steal the puck off of one of the Sharks players. Can't do it, and this will go far side pass. And Peter, I think you're reading my mind here. 4:09 to go in this first period. Sharks play it up ahead off a tip in by the Sharks, and this one will get down low into the Oilers zone. Kulak is working along the end boards, and Connor McDavid back to the blue line sees it cut off there, and he got the tip on that allowed Ryan Nugent-Hopkins to clear it down to Corona, and a nice poke by Zach Hyman ensures that we will have an offensive zone face-off, and Zach Hyman takes a couple of shoves there for that puck, but he won't mind that at all. As right now, Zach Hyman up to 2 points in this game, 33 points on the year all told, 20 goals, 13 assists. Bouchard now with a grand total of 34 points on the year. Matthias Ekholm's 11th assist, and Darnell Nurse draws assist number 6. Ryan McLeod's got goal number 6 of the year, and Connor Brown assist number 2. That is huge. The Oilers have 14 shots all told throughout this hockey game. You'll love to see it tonight as we're rolling along tonight. Jordan, welcome in. And Dawn, I missed you earlier because we were busy celebrating an Edmonton Oilers goal. But no, it was a huge goal, and obviously glad to have you as well, Dawn. And I think takedown, as I'm saying, how's the blood pressure doing? Unhealthily in a good direction, I guess, tonight, as you could say. Friends, you know that the mood swings go like, ooh, like that around here on Dolynny TV when the Oilers are doing good or bad. But tonight's one of those flying high moments that we love to have. Friends, there's 120 aboard as well. If you haven't hit that like button yet, please do that. And if you're new to the channel, friends, what I need you to consider, obviously you've now got to watch me call 3 goals and absolutely lose my mind about the Oilers being up 3-0 on the NHL's worst team. Please consider hitting that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV. That would be greatly appreciated tonight. And we'll see what happens here. But we're just on commercial break, so I'm going to send you a quick ad here, and then we should be good to go for a quick check of the watch time, and then finish off this first period of play, friends, as we go here. And we are looking so far at 79 hours on the stream, so thank you again for those of you who have spent that much time with me. 4 minutes and 43-second average view duration. That means we're having a lot of fun this evening, and of course the San Jose Sharks were one of our best streams last year as a community, so we'll see what happens again tonight against the Sharks as Connor Brown gets that battle win there against the Sharks, leaves it to Bouchard near side point, goes over to Ekholm, and then this puck just kind of finds Bouchard open at the point, and it ends up in the back of the net. Bouchard 97 miles an hour, as this one is going to be the Sharks working it back the other way. They get it across the blue line. Duclair was trying to board, chip, and chase, but it didn't quite work out in his favor, and now the Oilers will pick up. Here's Hyman, far side point in the Sharks' blue line area, but didn't quite transition for him that well. He was spinning around and lost the handle. The Sharks across the blue line are going to battle back. Desharnais, he gets absolutely shoved into the end wall. Duclair wins the battle. He'll fire the shot. Tipped up over top of the net by Granlund, and here's Desharnais getting hit again by Granlund. He's gotten jolted twice here in this period, back to back, and here's Kulak over to McDavid. McDavid loses the handle, but Zach Hyman beautifully helped him out there, and then Hyman wins the battle and is able to shove it down before he's taken down by a Sharks player. And this one will come back the other way now for the Sharks. They'll get across the line. Ekholm sweeps back into possession as the Sharks will go D to D. Draisaitl surveying, trying to get things going. Nice chip and play there by Skinner. He'll get it up to Draisaitl. Draisaitl will take a check off the Sharks end, and this will go rolling around the Sharks zone, and this will be a nice falling down play there for the Sharks. Brian McLeod continues the pressure. Warren Foegele in front to Draisaitl, tucks it far side, and the Oilers lead 4-0 just like that. Leon Draisaitl tippity tap at the side of the net. kind of after it just got redirected in front to him, and he puts it home, no mistake right there to go up 4-0. The Oilers absolutely embarrassing the Sharks here in this first period. We scored 4 goals in the third against the New York Rangers. How about 4 in the first against the Sharks? And that very well might be Warren Foegele and Ryan McLeod with more assists on that goal. Both of them looking to draw apples on that one. And Draisaitl just sneaks to a quiet area. And there was no way that pass was coming to him till it did. Zadina late to respond. And the Oilers able to tap it in far side corner low on the ice against the Sharks goaltender Corona, who is not having a good NHL debut. But I don't know if you're going to start putting anyone else in net till the second period. And Peter, we may have to very well go check that out to see who they start in that second period. The Sharks in behind the net. Draisaitl's 15th of the year. Shot save made by Skinner will stop that one. Foegele and McLeod both draw assists. Don't look now, but Ryan McLeod's up to 13 points on the year. Say what? We were just so panicked about this guy, and all of a sudden, just in the span of 4 games, he's turned it around just like that. The Oilers have 12 shots. They've scored 4 goals on those 12 shots, so they've been pretty productive here throughout this first period with 2:10 to go in this first period. So here we go. Pass up to the middle there. The Oilers yet to get a power play here as well. This has been all even strength goals for the Oilers. You're up 4-0. That's great for your goal differential. That's going to do a lot for your goals for per game average. You've already raised it here. It's probably up to 3.48 again. But no, it's been fantastic this first period so far for the Oilers, and hopefully it continues here because it's gotta, right? The Oilers have been fantastic. Let's keep it rolling here, boys. Like I said, Ace predicted 12-0. Well, it's potential that we could see that happen here tonight. And Magnus Corona having a rough go. Kakkonen allowed 5 goals on 43 shots last night against LA, so he's tuckered out. You're going to think Corona gets at least 5 or 6 past him before you think about going to Kakkonen. And there was once upon a time we thought Kakkonen could be a solution for the Oilers. Don't forget that. That's the thing that we once thought. As this one keeps battling the near side boards in the neutral zone, the Oilers see it tipped off the Sharks' sticks, and they're going to call it offside at the blue line, so we will have a stoppage in play. So when it comes down to it there, DJ, I think we're very well possible to make a little bit more than a wild card spot if we play 700 hockey. Again, if the Oilers go that 63, 64 point route, it's likely that we make a inroad into the wild card spot, and that's where I assume we will be all told by the end of the year, is in that first wild card spot. So, all right, here we go. Coming down to the far side, picked up now by Connor Brown. He will try and play this one ahead. Adam Ernie will let him tip it in. And this one will go all the way down low into the Sharks zone. Near side pass over to Kulak. And this will come back now for Desharnais. Desharnais over to Brown. Brown will pick this puck up and roll around his own end. He's got a little confidence going here as this one comes back down low into the Sharks zone. Connor Brown skating with that puck. Probably the most we've seen Connor Brown skate with a puck this season. $1:05 to go, and he continues to work down low. He'll win the battle out of the corner, back to the blue line to Kulak. Kulak fires the shot towards the net. Adam Ernie scrambles to keep that puck alive. Couldn't do it. And this one will be passed to the near side. Granlund will go far side pass. The shot fired by the Sharks up and off Stuart Skinner to the near side. And this will be worked out by the Oilers to the middle of the ice. Adam Ernie with 42 seconds to go will try and play this one into the Sharks' end and get a line change here with 37 seconds remaining in this first period. As this batted all the way down by the Sharks to Skinner. Picked up now by Ekholm. Ekholm will work to the near side boards. Tipped there by Nugent Hopkins, who gets it into the, well, I guess you could say neutral zone, almost into the Sharks' end. And this will be played ahead by the Oilers one more time, and that will pretty much wrap this first period up. 15 seconds to go in this first period as they'll pass it through the middle of the ice. And here's McDavid just kind of leaving it there for Hurdle as the Oilers get across the blue line. Hyman flips it in. We got 5 seconds to go. We could make something happen here, but we will not as it comes back to the point, and Ekholm will hold on and finish off this first period with a 4-0 lead, as it's fantastic to see so far as the Oilers have had a pretty good solid start to this hockey game. 4-0 over top of the Sharks. So we'll see if the Oilers can continue that along here tonight. Friends, if you've enjoyed a good first period, definitely consider hitting that like button here on the channel. Obviously, the stream's at 33. I'm sure we can hit 40. I'm going to go quickly run and grab water, and then we'll get back to action here in the next little bit. So stay tuned, friends. Of course, do what the ad says if I can tell you anything here myself personally. So be right back. All right, friends, shall we continue along this evening? I think we shall. The water is grabbed. We're good to go. The old SodaStream bottle. I've been loving these bottles over the past little bit, but we are ready to rock and roll. It's been fantastic so far here for the Edmonton Oilers through this first period of play. It's been fantastic to see the Oilers do what they've done, and now we'll recap it, I guess, would be the best bet here for us right now. Ryan McLeod, his 6th goal of the season from Zach Hyman and Evan Bouchard. Bouchard, by the way, after this game is going to be up over 35 points. I can almost guarantee you that. Zach Hyman, 20 goals on the year from Connor McDavid and Darnell Nurse. He's the first Oiler to hit 20 goals. Bouchard's 9th from Matthias Ekholm and Connor Brown, who's now on a 5-point pace this year. Don't look now. And Leon Draisaitl's 15th goal of the season from Warren Foegele and Ryan McLeod. So McLeod now up to 13 points. Who'd have thought all this time in that Ryan McLeod would now be up to 13 points that far into the season, considering where he was just a few weeks ago. So, William, good evening to you as well, as we're getting things obviously underway for this intermission, friends. As we roll along here, I'm going to take a quick second to respond to the text messages that came in during the course of this. We're up to 94 hours watched on the stream, so we're going in for probably what could be a 200-hour stream by the end of that second period there. We are going live throughout the second period because, hey, you know what? I'm having a lot of fun, and I ain't the least bit tired after being woken up to 4 goals here in this first period of play. As we continue to, I want to give you an idea. If you haven't hit that like button, make sure to do that. I think we're due for a pretty huge stream tonight, and your help right there is for sure necessary on the like button. I can tell you that much. As we will go here, just quickly take a look. I don't think there's anything we're missing as of yet. I know we're up to only 744 subscribers away from 15,000, so that's what I wanted to check quickly. And I did say I was going to text somebody back here, and boom, there we go. That text is sent, Mikey V. You'll see that soon. I mean, Peter, I'll make you a bet. If we're up 8-0, I'll do the third period. How about that? If we're up 8-0 and we're playing Connor Brown for 14 minutes in that third period, I will do the third period. think that could be a very interesting goal. That much is for sure, friends, as we continue along here tonight, just to get the recapped action of that first period. If there's anything we're missing, Oilers score 4+ goals in a first period for the NHL best 5th game this season. We've done it a lot, but it hasn't always necessarily gone our way. But the Oilers get a huge couple of goals there, and yeah, we should be ready to rock and roll. So Sharks D-man Kyle Burrows goes -4 in a 4-0 first period. That is a tough goal. That much is for sure for a guy like that. But yeah, you know what? It's been a good start for the Oilers, and now we just try and finish this one off tonight. As yeah, it's been a pretty tough start for Magnus Corona, but see what happens here for him tonight against the Oilers in this second period, if they don't decide to go to Kakinen. Of course, we'll see if that happens. But Jason Gregor having the fun laugh about where was this on November 9th. And the Oilers obviously starting a good game tonight as opposed to how they did against the Sharks last time out. I don't think there's any photos that we need to see here. Yeah, I think we're pretty good right now. So yeah, we should be ready to rock and roll here, friends, for a good second period of action. I think I'm going to clip this team photo here if I can, and obviously see if we can't find ourselves a way to get a good little post-game thumbnail together for tonight's post-game here on Dolynny TV. So if it's 8-0, that's when it's time for Ben Oiler Guy. No, if it's 8-0 for the Oilers, that's when we continue on, because the vibes will be the best they have been all season in the chat, I can tell you that much. Friends, you know, one thing I'm a sucker for is when we're all sitting here cheering for how excited the Oilers have made us that night. So hopefully the Oilers give us good reason to be cheering here in the third period, and maybe just maybe keep me up a little bit later than expected. I will be up the full game. Again, it's just the amount that this stream kind of taxes me after about 8 o'clock every night. It's nice to do the 8 o'clock games on a weekend. Again, you don't have to get up early in the morning, but man, those if I do a Wednesday night game the whole way through, those Thursday mornings are a hurting. And it looks real bad from the boss man's angle when I'm hurting on a Thursday, and it's like, buddy, it's Friday tomorrow, mail it in tomorrow, get to work today, right? So we'll see what the angle is here in the third period. So we'll see what the Oilers can do in this second first. That's what we have to get through, is just this second period, and then we'll see what the Oilers can kind of hand our way. But obviously it's been a good first period for the Oilers. You're up 4-0. That's the big part. You're up 4-0. Stuart Skinner has made 7 saves in the first period without doing that one thing that everybody yells at him for doing too much. And obviously, too, the box score is going to look a little bit different here after the second period in terms of ice time. Bouchard had 6:36. Connor Brown played 4 minutes and 15 seconds in that first period. Nobody was below 4 minutes. I think that's going to be the big key here. And you look at this, Ryan McLeod only played 4:26. Connor McDavid only played 5:33. So the ice time is spread from 4 to 7 minutes, 7.5 actually. Matthias Ekholm was out there 7.5 in that first period. But nobody has really played very little ice time tonight. And obviously everybody on the Oilers almost is a plus tonight. Derek Ryan, Brett Kulak, Evander Kane, Matthias Janmark, and Vinny Desharnais are the only players on the Oilers not to be on a goal or on the ice for a goal for tonight. They have very few hits, very few blocks. The Sharks haven't been really dangerous. Nobody's taken a dumb penalty. We absolutely love to see that. Now we're gonna get some highlights from this first period, as we're gonna get some Philadelphia and Vancouver Canucks highlights. I don't know. I guess they screwed that up. And here we go. We got the text message. Am I looking to party? Well, I don't drink, but we like to party. Well, yeah, that's perfect. All right, friends, we're going to have obviously a moment here for the ECOF, the Edmonton Oilers EOCF, the Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation, as we're going to see the Make-A-Wish Foundation get a few moments here with Stollery Children's Hospital as well on the advertising that the EOCF does with Gene Principe every hockey game this season on the home broadcasts. And of course, Kevin, good evening to you. Welcome aboard. Glad to see you in the stream as well. Appreciate your efforts for showing up every game. Of course, the Oilers had some Make-A-Wish kids at practice a little while ago there as well, and it was quite a few good moments coming out of that one. So, all right, sounds good. There we go. We can give the shout out to Mikey V there later tomorrow and get something rolling for the day. And friends, we are just going to have a sad moment on the television that I will try to avoid with a all ends possible, because it just is tough to watch every game. Obviously, you guys know how tough I've over the time taken the Ben Stelter news and obviously the Ben Stelter coverage that we've had. So yeah, sorry friends, this kind of stuff chokes me up real bad. Don't know how to handle it very well. So we'll see what we go here. But give me a second. The text message is coming in hot and heavy today. Let me tell you. All right, friends, we're rocking and rolling. Patrick, that is, I'm going to tell you this, huge if true. And I don't think somebody would make that up. So, no, that's fantastic. Obviously, friends, the other side too, this year I know has been a really tough year for a lot of people financially, but I've been very moved as well myself to see a lot of people stepping up this year, donating to causes that are very well worth it. I think one thing that I've been very touched by this season is up there in Cold Lake, every year they do Operation Red Nose, and they try to find some local charities, local causes to support, and it was fantastic to hear. I had an update from a buddy of mine up in Cold Lake that looks like they are going to meet their fundraising goals this year up in Cold Lake for the Operation Red Nose campaign, so that's fantastic. Obviously, what I'm getting at right there, friends, is if any community you live in during the holidays offers Operation Red Nose, let me tell you, the people behind it that make it happen in your community every year, fantastic people. They step up, provide a service for people that desperately need it during the holidays. Obviously, myself a little brush in this holidays with good reason why you should always use Operation Red Nose and stuff that gets you home safe during the holidays. Honestly, it was fantastic to see the community of Cold Lake once again step up for one of the best yearly causes in Cold Lake. So just to touch on something away from the Oilers for a brief moment, but no, it's absolutely fantastic to see, like Patrick saying there, as well as Grandpa, who's done a fantastic effort sending over 40 kids on a wish. Friends, if you can ever step up, I know a lot of you guys step up over the course of the year and throw donations down here in the chat, but let me tell you, touches me knowing that there's good people out there still doing very good things in our communities. And obviously the holiday season is kind of the best time of year to make that happen. And the best donation is one that's done purely for the form of just doing it, right? It's not for doing it for any reason or doing it for any thing. Like I get the Oilers Community Foundation, the 50-50, that's a fantastic cause and a fantastic platform to raise the money the way they do. But again, for the people that I know this holiday season that have stepped up and donated some cash to worthy causes this holidays, despite obviously what's been a tougher year for a lot of folks, definitely is moving to see. And no, it's fantastic, Patrick, seeing that story as well in my chat tonight. So thank you for moving me a little bit tonight on a night that's been a pretty fantastic hockey night. Let's not be honest. It's been a fantastic night so far for the Oilers, and no, it's a fantastic holiday season all around so far. I think it's been one of the best Christmases I've had in a long while. I'll tell you that much. It's been pretty good overall, and now I'm looking forward to a good New Year's. And as I'm saying as well, trying to find a little something to do on the only night between now and New Year's Eve that the Oilers don't play a hockey game. So see what we can find out. But all right, friends, we're on commercial break again. I didn't expect to end on a commercial break, so that's kind of tough right there, but we will continue along nonetheless as we obviously seeing the Oilers put together a pretty good performance here so far through. Yes, indeed, one period to play. Oh my goodness, it feels like we should already be through the second. But hey, what do you say? It's 9:30, and we're just about to enter the second period to play here in a matter of a few moments. Ace, best December weather you've ever experienced? Well, let's just say in Antarctica, the best December weather you've ever experienced usually ain't a good thing. I guess, though, in Antarctica, December would technically be the middle of summer, so that's still also not a good thing, to be honestly put. Friends, if you know that little joke there between Ace and I, you would be well versed in the Dolynny TV chat over the past year or so. But as we continue along here, friends, again to recap you, if you're just joining the live stream, the ice time well spread through the Oilers lineup in that first period. Obviously, you go up 2-0 the way the Oilers did in the first 10 minutes, and then you quickly respond with 2 more goals in the back half. Allows you a little bit of flexibility down the last 2.5 minutes. Ryan McLeod exactly a minute in. 10-15 in, Zach Hyman scores his 20th. Evan Bouchard's a goal away from double digits. He scored 15 minutes-ish into this first period. And now 17.5 into the first period, Leon Draisaitl scored his 15th of the year and what was the 4-0 goal over top of the San Jose Sharks. So we're enjoying this so far. And a welcome into the live stream. Glad to have you aboard as always. William, no snow up here in Alberta. Well, so far in Alberta, southern Alberta at least, we've had some snow. It's stuck around a few days, and now it's gone again. So it's a pretty brown New Year's Eve, I guess you could say, here in southern Alberta this year. Leon Draisaitl, the last man on the ice. Stuart Skinner standing in the crease. We are almost ready to rock and roll for this second period to play. My goodness, look at the angle that Jack and Louie have of this game. They are right up there in the rafters at the SAP Center. So we'll see what happens here for this second period of play. But Greg, does Bouchard have 3 goals to catch McDavid? I don't know. I'm assuming he probably does. Again, I have not been paying attention to what Connor McDavid's doing, because when he starts scoring goals, it just kind of all blurs by, and that's kind of what's been happening here over the past little bit. And we'll see what happens. But William, you need snow for the hill. Yeah, no, absolutely. The old ski hills, whether it be in BC, Alberta, or across probably even Saskatchewan. Not that they have hills there. Saskatchewan, flattest land you'll ever see. That is partially a joke and partially not a joke. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see if we can get some snow for the ski hills, because I know some of the hills in BC have delayed opening this year because they missed targets. So here's a little closer look at Ryan McLeod, who has been absolutely incredible for the Edmonton Oilers over the past 3 hockey games, against New Jersey, against the New York Rangers, and tonight against the San Jose Sharks. He came into this game scoring 3 goals on 3 shots, and now all of a sudden had to start the hockey game at least 4 goals on 4 shots. So he's doing fantastic here, and we're going to get started here in this second period as we took our time getting to it, and Kaapo Kähkönen will come into the crease for the San Jose Sharks as expected. 371 goals against average, 898 save percentage. The Sharks win the face-off. They'll fire it in off an Oilers skate right onto the tape of Zach Hyman. That'll load up Connor McDavid across the blue line. He's got it over to Bouchard. Bouchard drifts in front for Hyman. Backdoor deflection. Can't get it. McDavid back to Ekholm. Shot fired just wide of the net. The Oilers come buzzing right out of the gates here again to start the first period. Duclair to the rush against Ekholm. He'll go to the outside. Far side boards picked off there by the Oilers defense in Bouchard. And it'll be picked up now by McDavid and Ekholm, who are trying to work this one on the zone. Lazy play by McDavid. Turns over the puck, but Matthias Ekholm makes an even worse turnover. The shot fired, glove save for McDavid, batted out by the Oilers. It's going to be not a glove pass, and it's 3-on-2 back the other way. Here's Nugent Hopkins over to McDavid. McDavid in front to Nuge. Shot fired up over top of Kähkönen, and this one will come back for Hurdle, and we're going to trade chances back and forth here to start this period. Shot fired towards the net by the Sharks. Goes wide. Hurdle to the front of the net. Deflects off a skate. Ceci right into the pads of Skinner, and that will freeze the puck. 18:58 to go in this first moments of this second period. I'm confused. I'm very confused. This has been a mess of a first few minutes of this second period. And by saying that, I keep trying to say the first period. Sorry, guys. It's been a late start, late night, long day. And we're going to see what happens here as McDavid took a poke at Burrows. And the Oilers will get possession off the faceoff in their own end. That's the third straight turnover in the Oilers' end. Shot again saved by Stuart Skinner. And at some point, if a puck goes in, it ain't Skinner's fault if you turn over the puck 3 straight times in your own end. And here comes Warren Foegele. He'll spin around and try to get out again. He's forced down low. The Sharks have come a little bit hungrier to start this game, and this is going to work over the boards. Here comes Draisaitl to the far side, as this will now be the McLeod in the second line of Draisaitl and Foegele into the offensive zone. That one doesn't work out too well, and now come the Sharks back the other way. They're going to backhand down low into the Oilers' end. Stuart Skinner able to tap it onto the tape of Darnell Nurse. Near side pass to Ceci. Ceci sees it drifted into the neutral zone. Sharks onside here. Will drift it into the glove of Stuart Skinner, who makes save number 11. And just like that, shots are evened up at 11 apiece here. Chris, the Cleveland Browns are in the playoffs with Joe Flacco at quarterback. Tell me something wild about the NFL this year. Joe Flacco is going to start a playoff game for the Cleveland Browns. Again, that's nutty, but whatever. And goals last 3 seasons for Zach Hyman. He's projected to finish with 51 this year, friends. Wouldn't that be a nice ad for the Oilers offense? This is going to be battled back into the neutral zone for San Jose. They dump it back onto the tape of Brett Kulak. Now Vinny Desharnais near side over to the far side for Kulak. Sharks able to cut it off. Kulak doesn't burn himself here. And this one comes back down low inside the Sharks offensive zone. Now Janmark picks it up. It'll be Evander Kane firing it into the Sharks territory as this picked up again by Janmark. Janmark's brushed off the puck. 17:31 to go here in this second period. Far side pass over to the Sharks defense. They'll spin around and look off the end boards to the near side again. And they're still trying to make a quick pass to get out, and this will be fired down low into the Stuart Skinner area of the net as it's picked up by Brett Kulak. Kulak bounces it off the end boards, and this one will see a man miss heavily. That was number 22 for the Sharks going ramming into the end boards. And this one will come back for possession. Here's Connor Brown, picked off his stick in the slot. Ernie swats at it. He's not going to be successful picking that puck up. James Hamlin gets it over to Brown for a brief moment. It's batted out of play, and we will have a puck out of play situation, but no penalty coming up against the San Jose Sharks by the looks of it here, or maybe. Yes, Mario Ferraro did throw that out of play, so we will have a penalty against the San Jose Sharks. Alvin, welcome in. But Greg, shots are 15-11, not even well. As far as we can see on the broadcast, it's 11-11. That's the confusing part. I'm pretty sure the Oilers had more shots, but for some reason they've knocked them down to 11 on the broadcast scoreboard. So, again, I don't know. End of the day, we've got a power play, and we're going to see what the Edmonton Oilers have for us here. Draisaitl, Hyman, McDavid, Nugent Hopkins, Bouchard. Let's get to action. 16:55 to go here in this second period of play as a 5th-ranked power play gets to work. 26.2% on the year. Bouchard over to Nugent Hopkins. Back to Bouchard. Now to Draisaitl. Sorry, that's McDavid in Draisaitl's spot. Bouchard loads up the shot. Save made by Kakkonen. And that was a good-looking slapper from the point. 91 mile an hour for our man Evan Bouchard again. And we'll have the face-off once more in the Sharks zone. The Oilers make quick work getting a shot off. Hyman was in front looking for the tip. Couldn't get it past Kakkonen. And we'll have the face-off again here. So, 0 goals, 10 chances, 20 shots, and a lot of shot attempts for the Oilers over the last few power plays. But it looks like we will have a penalty upcoming against the Oilers for interference off of the face-off. Again, the Oilers costing themselves a penalty off the power play. And Zach Hyman, again, as always, will go to the box, it seems, on the Oilers power play. He's the guy that's usually the culprit. So he comes working in, and yeah, that was an unnecessary play for Zach Hyman. Kind of strong sticking Granlund, and Michael Granlund goes down on the power play, and that will allow us to escape 4-on-4. So let's see what happens here. 4-on-4, 1:45 to go on the 4-on-4. So let's see. 16:39 to go in this second period. 4-0 the goals for the Edmonton Oilers. Good to go. Puck played back to the blue line, and it will be out of the Oilers zone. The Sharks forced to chase back, and this one will be working around into the Sharks' possession. They will work through the neutral zone, cut up the middle and to the far side boards. The shot loads up. Shot save made by Stuart Skinner, and we have a $1.25 remaining in 4-on-4 play. So the Sharks won't get much of a power play, thankfully. So we'll see what they can do with their limited time 4-on-4, skating a man short both sides as this comes back to the middle of the ice. Leon Draisaitl picks the pocket of a Sharks player. He'll throw Matthias Ekholm offside. Now Connor McDavid to the middle. Poke checked off his stick. Back the other way come the San Jose Sharks as Tomas Hertl drags around McDavid. As nice play by McDavid last second to get the stick in there. Draisaitl tries to make a poke. Save made by Stuart Skinner on the far side shot. And now Evan Bouchard calmly picks it up and will wheel and deal here as the Oilers have scored 4+ goals in 14 of 19 games under Chris Knobloch. You can probably guess which games they've lost so far. And this will be now Evan Bouchard picking this one up in behind the net, loading up Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. This will be loaded back to Evan Bouchard. The pass through the middle, shot on to Kakinen. He will freeze the puck with 23 seconds to go and 15-17 to go in this second period. It's been a much more muted start to this, I guess you could say, second period for the Oilers. So we'll see what the Oilers have in our plans. 4-on-4, 23 seconds remain. And William, yes indeed, the Oilers are flying real. Welcome in. Bottleman Bob, welcome in as well. And this one will come back into the Oilers' own possession for him. Here's Ceci at his own blue line. He'll spin around the check of the San Jose Sharks player. Again, I have no clue who any of the Sharks are, so I'm not even going to pretend to know what's going on here. As this one will come back to the blue line for the Sharks. They're going to spin off and fire one more shot off the pad. Second shot blocked there. And this is a 14-second power play now for the Sharks. Pass to the middle. Here's now Nurse taking a big hit against one of the Sharks players. And Nurse somehow got the worst of it. And the Oilers penalty kill back down to 23rd in the NHL. But they get another kill there. So a timely little kill so far here. As this one will be Hamlin playing off the boards to Ceci. Ceci will spin back down into his own end and look over to Darnell Nurse, who picks up along the far side corner, well, spun up right up the middle, actually. Kakinen out to play it, plays it to the near side wall, right wing in the Sharks' end, and this will be picked up by the Sharks here down the other way, offside as they were, and it will be a face-off outside the Oilers' line, so there it is. 14-13 to go in this second period. I mean, the Oilers so far putting forward the effort that's going to win you a hockey game tonight. But I'd love to see the goals just keep getting poured on. And Nurse definitely got the worst of that collision with Ohaniuk, or Ohantayuk, or however you say it. I'm not 100% sure. I don't even know what full letters make up his last name. That man's got a handle. 14:07 to go here in the second period as the fourth line will once again get out there and dump it down deep. As Adam Ernie is battling along the boards. Now you got Connor Brown out there as well. You'd love to see Connor Brown tuck one here tonight. This one's battled up the boards. The Sharks will get out of the zone. Adam Ernie on a collision course with the Sharks player decides to let off. Desharnais plays this one in behind the Oilers net. Picked up now by Brett Kulak, and he will skate out into the middle of the ice. The Sharks play it D-to-D at their own blue line. Ferraro, who took the costly penalty off the hop, and then got bailed out by Zach Hyman, and ended up just playing that one out there in the middle of the ice. And the Oilers somehow almost botched another puck in their own end. Desharnais skating with it though. He'll fire it into the Sharks' end, and they will come up with this puck. 5-man attack back the other way. One forechecker for the Oilers. It's Ryan McLeod trying to find a turned over puck as it's fired in by the Sharks all the way down to Stuart Skinner, rimmed around again by the Oilers defense. Nice play by Fogle to feed Draisaitl. Draisaitl to the far side over to Ryan McLeod. McLeod will spin onto the backhand. He will play right onto the tape of Fogle down low. Here's Draisaitl looking to the middle. Ooh, just missing the tape of Ryan McLeod. Now back to the blue line. Bouchard over to Ekholm, over to Fogle near side. Fogle off the boards, back down low to Draisaitl. Here's Ekholm loading up in front. It goes off of a skate, and that one just ends up being blocked in front. 12:36 to go as Bouchard will battle off the man along the boards. Picked up now by Drysdale. He'll backhand ahead, and this one goes to the San Jose Sharks blue line, where they just fire it back basically into the Oilers' end after gaining center. And now Ekholm, far side, will flip this one middle of the ice, batted down again by San Jose, who has had 6 shots this period all told, as Tomas Hertl comes to the middle. Of shot, save made, and they hit the post. Does San Jose on that golden opportunity side of the net, wide open, and it was a big time miss there for San Jose. And this one's going to come back the other way now. San Jose will load up the opportunity to fire in to the Oilers' territory. And this is going to be spun off the boards here all the way to the far side. Zadina, 6th overall pick, I believe, back in the day by Ken Holland. Here's McDavid across the line. Cody Ceci with a 2-on-1 with Zach Hyman down low off his backhand. Hyman dragging in the middle. We'll get back to the point. Here's Nurse looking. And this one will go down low now. Puck played to the near side as this one rolls to Nugent Hopkins, or McDavid down low. Now near side pass again to Ceci. Ceci to the middle. Off a pass from Darnell Nurse. Nurse to the middle. A shot fired towards the net. Goes wide off of something. The Oilers' top line doing work in the zone again. Hyman rolling around in behind. He'll work to the boards again near side. Here's Nurse. Top of the zone. Working, rolling the blue line. He's going to drift this down low. The Oilers' top line is just absolutely dummying the Sharks tonight. This is an absolutely incredible effort to see. And the scores. That's a goal. It drifted all the way through on the point shot, and Zach Hyman scores goal number 21 of the NHL season. He tips it all the way through Kakkonen with a little friendly bump from the Sharks defender, and the Oilers are up 5-0 just like that here in this second period. Magic welcome in, and wow, that one just a rough chance for Zadina, who missed the side of the net, and then this keep by the Oilers. Doing a good job here so far in this one. This one rolled back to the blue line, shot off of Nugent Hopkins, tips off the stick of Zach Hyman past Kakkonen, and Hyman coming through the blue paint. Maybe that wasn't tipped. Maybe it is Nugent Hopkins' goal after all, and they're going to give it to Zach Hyman. I really didn't see where he scored that goal, but hey, if it's credited to him, all the better. For everybody involved as the Oilers continue to rack up the goals here. Nugent Hopkins now at +3 on the night for the Edmonton Oilers. And Logan Thompson, by the way, 1 goal against the LA Kings so far, as this is going to be worked back to the blue line. Zach Hyman's 21st of the season. Vinny Desharnais keeping his man to the outside. Nurse draws assist number 7 of the year, and McDavid picks up assist number 34. So the Oilers' top line continues to rock and roll here. 10:19 to go in this second period. 15-14 the shots on net officially on the broadcast for the Oilers. It's for San Jose in favor of, but again, I don't know if that's fully the case here. The shot fired from the blue line, literally the blue line by the Sharks. They're offside because of it. And here's James Hamlin passing it over near side to Vinny Desharnais. Nothing really happening here in the middle of the ice. Picked up instead now by Ernie, as he's going to spin right through, kind of looking like Ryan McLeod there. Pass to the front of the net, just about jammed home by both Hamblin and Brown. And here's now Bouchard playing this one to Ekholm. Ekholm will fire in near side corner. This is going to bounce right in front for Ernie, who's scrambling to that puck, can't get to it. And it's going to continue to roll around to the near side. Here's Bouchard, as Brown will fire it along the boards and get it over to the Sharks defense. That'll come near side. Bouchard picks up pocket. He's won the battle. Back to the blue line for Ernie. Pass to Ekholm. Far side over now to Hamlin. Hamlin looking, makes a bad decision to hold on to that puck as long as he did. And Ernie comes up, frees it up for Connor Brown, who's in behind the net. Brown gets hauled down in front. It comes to Ernie. It gets off his stick in a hurry, and it's back to center ice. 9:00 on the clock here remaining in this second period of play. Here's Drysdale batting it off a Sharks defender over to Fogle. He meant to do that, don't you worry, as McLeod plays it down low again to Drysdale. Drysdale will play it near side over to McLeod. Battle in front, goes off of a couple of things and into the glove on the ice of Kakkonen, and we will have a stoppage in play. So There we go. What a goal for the Oilers. And it looks like, Peter, you're saying it was credited to Ceci. So on the broadcast, it was credited to Hyman. But if it was credited to Ceci, that breaks the longest goalless drought by an active NHL player. And Cody Ceci scoring a huge goal for the Oilers if that is indeed the case here. And right now it is indeed credited to Cody Ceci from Darnell Nurse and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, so you'll love to see it. Nuge draws an all-important assist for the fantasy team here tonight. He's a +2, should be a +3 now because of that. 2 goals, +1 power play point for somebody on the squad. That was Mike Matheson. And a whole bunch of stuff has me out in front, winning 9-3 in the category matchups tonight. You'll love to see it. The Oilers could pile on the power play points and get Ryan Nugent-Hopkins 2 power play points. That would be nice. But the one thing we'll take awesome right now is that the Oilers have 5-on-5 goals this game. Peter, yes, the Sharks broadcast credited to Ceci. The official score change has been made on Sportsnet to Darnell Nurse and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins picking up the assists. Actually, now it's been credited. I don't know what they know. What are they doing here? It's been credited live to Nugent-Hopkins from Darnell Nurse and Cody Ceci. Oh my goodness, these score changes don't know what's happening now. Nugent-Hopkins officially has the goal, and Zach Hyman's still trying to decide if he scored the goal or not. But looks like it may very well be Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. I thought he got a tip up high off the shot from Cody Ceci. And it's Ceci firing this puck. It's tipped by Nugent-Hopkins' hand. And then it goes off of the Sharks defender's skate and hand. So it is RNH that draws the goal. I would say that is Ryan Nugent-Hopkins from Cody Ceci. So that's got to be Cody Ceci doing that and scoring that goal, as this one's going to be shot down low by the Edmonton Oilers off the face-off, and now the Sharks will try and work this one through the Oilers zone. Nugent-Hopkins 9th of the year, the official score change from Cody Ceci and Darnell Nurse. Finally, they get it right. It's Ceci's 8th assist of the year. So mind you, he hasn't scored much, but he has 8 assists, and he's been a shutdown defenseman with Darnell Nurse. You don't mind that at all. This is going to be picked up now by Draisaitl, playing this in behind the net over to Darnell Nurse, who bats back to Cody Ceci. And for Cody Ceci, just keep shooting the puck, guy. You've been doing really well so far, and we'd love to see you score a big-time goal for us here in this drubbing of the San Jose Sharks. Draisaitl fires it off the arm of Kakkonen, and he almost had himself a second goal of this game, as Draisaitl will roll around the zone. Flipper do welcome into the stream. 7:49 to go here in this second period of play. Draisaitl plays it right up the middle, looking for a pass onto the tape of Evander Kane, who just could not get there at all to that puck, and now picked up by Vinny Desharnais. Like I said, the ice time is going to be very intriguing here to see in this game after the second period comes to a conclusion. This one flipped up over top of the Sharks defense. They're able to retrieve before the Oilers get to it, and Stuart Skinner will hang on and freeze that puck. And this is a much, much better effort than last game out against the San Jose Sharks. The Oilers getting much better goaltending and, of course, much better goal scoring. So it's been fantastic so far in this one. And Jack, that's just it. Keep up racking up the 2 points. We'll take that all day, friends. It is commercial break time, so I'm going to send you an ad quickly. And if you don't get that ad, what I'm going to tell you is, if you haven't hit that like button on the stream yet, make sure to do that. And if this is your first visit, your second visit, and you haven't hit that subscribe button as of yet either, friends, please consider doing that as well. That would be greatly appreciated. Closing in on 15,000. We're back to action in the Sharks zone here. We kind of overstayed our welcome on the commercial break, and now all of a sudden we're back to action as the Sharks will work out the other way, and it's going to come back down low into the Oilers' end here as McDavid wins it free for Desharnais. Desharnais is probably going to see his season-high ice time tonight against the San Jose Sharks. The Sharks have lost 6 straight games, second 6-game losing streak this season for the San Jose Sharks, by the way, and this is going to be up over top of the zone here for McDavid, who will get in on the attack. He couldn't quite get across the blue line there. And now this one will come back to the near side. The Sharks will fire it across the Oilers blue line, load up the attack to the far side. Shot comes in front, knocked down. There's a high stick on the play. The referee will blow it dead, and we'll have the face-off inside the Oilers zone. So my apologies there. Lost touch with the game there, and then there was some stuff that happened, and we will go back to commercial break here for some reason in this hockey game. So not sure what's going on. They quickly came back from commercial break. Not sure if Sportsnet just tried to sneak one by us or what. But friends, to give you an idea, I'll give you an update here on the watch time as well while we're at it. 4.833 times 2020. That is going to give us a grand total of 162 hours here all told on the stream tonight. So we should be able to get clutched up towards that 200 number here by the end of things this evening. And friends, thank you again for being aboard. I know you're taking possibly quality family time during the holidays away to be live here in the chat during this hockey game, or just be watching along. So I do appreciate you watching. And for those of you, my friends, that are watching in bed as you're winding down before the day gets to start again tomorrow at work, and I'm particularly probably speaking to one or two people that I've chatted with in real life about Dolynny TV. Again, take it easy. You don't have to watch the third period. Oilers are up 5-0. They should win, because I know tomorrow, especially if you're doing a half day, is going to be a grinder at the old shop. Hopefully things have turned out well. Again, Rick, if you're listening along, glad to have you aboard again tonight. And if I'm talking to thin air, that's what I do every night. And today I'm talking to an audience of one, and I'm that one. Saturday, the Oilers play the Kings at 8 p.m. That's going to be an interesting game. Of course, that is, as some of you have said, the measuring stick game for us. And Alan, good evening to you as well. Glad to have you aboard tonight. And we'll see if the Oilers can continue to be glad to have us aboard tonight for a big-time possible victory by the end of it. Matthias Ekholm out there playing hockey with some local kids, making some kids' Christmas dreams come true to play hockey with an Edmonton Oiler. And plus minus this game for Matthias Ekholm. How about a +3? Talk about a good night in fantasy for him, as Ekholm will win this face-off off the wall. And this one will come to the near side. The Oilers will roll around. This camera angle is giving me headaches, guys. I'll tell you that much. 6 minutes to go here in this period for the Edmonton Oilers. This will come back the other way. Pass to the middle of the ice. The shot in by the Sharks across the blue line. That is about as far as they're going to get it. Evan Bouchard seals off the Sharks' attack. And Evander Kane flips up to Draisaitl. Draisaitl will play this one to the middle of the ice. Kane's out there. He will roll around and pick this one up back to the neutral zone on a pass there from one of the Oilers' blue liners. Shot fired back in. The Oilers will get the elongated pass up the middle of the ice. Here's Janmark. Janmark to the middle now. Here's Draisaitl. Draisaitl draws back. Looking for Janmark. Missed him by a mile. 5:20 to go here in this second period as Skinner regroups in behind his own net. Ekholm bats off the boards, and here comes Connor Brown picking it up. Adam Ernie gets out there. James Hamblin gets ahead from the pass from Ernie, and this is going to be scooped there by Ernie. Brown gets it over, and this one will come back down low over for the Oilers, who will play it off the Sharks, and the Sharks will instead pick that puck up and fire it back down into the Oilers territory. We're just kind of going back and forth right now. This camera angle is giving my eyes quite the pain. 4:48 to go, and we have a stoppage in play. So we'll just relax here, friends. As you can tell, I'm getting a little tired. It's been a late night. Obviously, it is approaching 10 o'clock here. It's 9:59, and yeah, we should be ready to rock and roll. JBM, welcome in. And Magic, we're going to see how long this beard lasts, that's for sure. The Oilers have 5 players with 30 points or more this season so far. By the way, after this hockey game, guaranteed. This one's going to be batted down by Nurse. He's going to contain possession to Ceci at the Oilers blue line. Back to Nurse, right in front of the Sharks bench. Fired in. Weird hop off the end wall. Goes right to the side of Kakkonen. He leaves it there for the defender. Oilers barely able to keep it on side. Bouncing around here. Picked up Barabanov. And it's going to be sealed off there by Nurse. Fire it back into the Sharks' end. 4:20 to go here in this second period of play. You know, I just got to get it in there for you, my friends. 17-17, the shots on goal credited on the broadcast, whether that's true or not. There's been some debate here in this second period. The Oilers, Ceci gets pelted into the half wall in front of the benches. Now that leaves Nurse chasing into his own zone. Crazy to think the Sharks have 17 shots, and it's been a very easy night in net for Stuart Skinner by all judgment, just because we really haven't had to say his name all that much. Here's McDavid across the Sharks blue line, looking dangerous. Lost the handle again. He's had a tough night with the old hands. Here's Darnay. Tip pass off of the hands of Kulak down low. Man, Kulak loves to tip that puck down low when he gets a chance. This is going to be McDavid picking up, going back to the middle of the ice. Shot in by McLeod, batted there by Hyman, side of the net. And this will work around as this one will come back to the blue line and out for the Oilers. Picked up niftily in the neutral zone by Ryan McLeod. McLeod will roll back to the blue line for Vinny Desharnais. Over to Kulak. Kulak at the blue line will fire this one down low. Blocked in front there, and now picked up San Jose back the other way. 3:05 to go in this second period of play. And Michael, yeah, good morning to you. It's midnight in Ottawa, and on the East Coast it's 1 or 1:30 out in the Atlantic time zone and in Newfoundland. 2:53 to go, as this will be Draisaitl working along the boards, picked up now by Evan Bouchard. Bouchard spins off a check at the blue line, and he'll roll to Draisaitl near side. This one back to Draisaitl along the boards, back to the blue line. Ekholm looks for something to do with it. A weird hop. Caroms onto the stick of Bouchard. Bounce in front again. Comes around to another stick. Short side. Draisaitl's robbed. What a good looking shot there. Opportunity for Draisaitl, and that was probably the best save Kakinen will make in this hockey game. Pass back to the blue line. Ekholm sees it come near side. This one drifts back down to Draisaitl. He will work off the defenders and go down low for Warren Foegele. Doesn't work out for him there. 2:08 to go here in this second period, and it will be fired back in to the Oilers zone. Draisaitl has 35 points in 33 games against the Sharks. Shot fired towards the net. Goes wide there, and Stuart Skinner thankful to be able to not have to make a save there as the shot drifts in from the blue line, and the Sharks finally get a shot on net, and it's Ohaniuk, I believe is how you say it. Kunin in there battling Bouchard in front of the Oilers net. And, so far so good for the Edmonton Oilers against the San Jose Sharks tonight. Robin, please do not curse it, but I appreciate the sentiment as well. I'm right there with you. So the old Sportsnet broadcast has been all kinds of a little glitchy tonight, but obviously we'll hang tough and see what the Oilers have in store for us the rest of the way home, friends. As the Oilers have gave us a pretty good effort all told so far through almost 2 periods. We are just a few moments left here, about 2 minutes remaining here in this period. Cody Ceci gets his 9th assist of the season, so it's officially Cody Ceci's 9th assist, not his 8th. So that's a huge boost for Ceci, who's had a pretty good season. And obviously the Oilers have gotten some contributions from guys who need them. Obviously Ryan McLeod with 6 goals on the year. Bouchard now with 2 points in the game. Ekholm's had a point. McLeod's had 2 points in the game. Fogel's had a point. Brown's had an assist. Nurse with 2 assists. And Ryan Nugent-Hopkins chipping in his 9th goal of the game. So we'll see what happens here tonight, but the Oilers doing their job so far, friends. And again, I will flash the subscribe ad one more time. If you'd be able to do that for me, that would be greatly appreciated. We're closing in on 15,000. To give you an update on that front, we're coming in very close to where we need to be, just about 750 away at the start of the stream. Well, how about now? About 740 away at the start of the stream. It is going to run into some point. We just stopped getting Oilers fans coming to the channel because there's no more Oilers fans left to subscribe to some random guy hanging out in his Oilers, I guess you could say, Oilers fan cave. As, we are going to get back to Oilers action here. And we should be ready to rock and roll for what should be a very good rest of this second period. The face-off is in the Oilers zone. Quick transition play back the other way, and you can get to the attack rather quickly as Derek Ryan bats it back down, and the Oilers will fire this one up into the middle of the ice, and that will be the Sharks knocking it down. They're going to drag to the backhand. Glove saved by Skinner. He'll hold on, and he continues to get this going. So we're doing all right. 1:39 to go here in this second period, and that was a weird little chance there against Stuart Skinner as he came kind of almost overcommitted to that puck, drifted back into it, made the save. And Skinner looking sharp so far on 19 shots this game. The Oilers have scored on, 20% of their shots or thereabouts so far. Or sorry, actually no, 25%. Doing my math all kinds of wrong today. This one's going to be shot back by the Oilers down low into the Sharks' end. Friends, we have closed over the 10 o'clock hour. And now we got to see what's going to happen here for this one. As, we'll see if the Oilers can get things going here. And right now, Cody Ceci is down into the corner. He's battling, trying to get things going. $1:12 remaining here in this second period of play. Ceci's rolling along the boards, continuing to get things going. It'll be Derek Ryan knocking his man down. And see what happens. This one goes to the far side. 57 seconds to go, pass up the middle. And this will come down low into the Oilers' offensive zone as the Sharks will see Matthias Janmark work off the board battle back to the blue line. Puck ripped on net, blocked in front. 42 seconds to go here in this one. And the Sharks are going to get across the blue line. This is going to be batted down by Derek Ryan, and Connor Brown's going to try and speed away with it. One more chance on net. Here's Adam Ernie, sealed off, drifts into the glove of Kaapo Kähkönen. And friends, I can honestly say I am out of juice. I'm quite honestly straight up out of juice now, as there's not much left in this second period, and it will start feeling like bedtime here rather quickly, as the Sharks just about blew that one right into their own net, but thankfully they escaped it no problemo. The Sharks with the worst goal differential in the NHL this season, -73, Blackhawks at -41, and then the Ducks and Jackets both with -29. So, all right. 27.8 here in this one. Shot fired back to the blue line against the Oilers here, as this will drift back into Oilers territory. 20 seconds to go in this second period of play. Magic, I'm right there with you, as this is going to come off the boards, and the Sharks are rolling around one last time in the Oilers zone. Kulak tips it back down low below the goal line, keeping the Sharks at bay, and Darnay will play it up to Brown, and they will just drift it over the zone. And that will do it for this second period, friends, and that will do it for me tonight. The Oilers up 5-0 here on this San Jose Sharks team, this sad sack San Jose Sharks team in the second intermission. Thank you so much for being aboard this evening. I can see it right here in the bags in my eyes, quite heavily down and out after a long night of hockey. Just to answer everything all told here tonight, friends, it ends up being a pretty good live stream. Thank you for being aboard, and it's been a fantastic time. So we'll catch you hopefully next game out. What is that, Saturday night against LA? I think we'll be able to do that. But for now, I'm Tyson. This is Dolynny TV. Have a good night.